Tash Brown.
Yeah.
Yes. Good day. I'm here. Good day, everyone.
Perfect.
Tash Brown. Yes, please. Tash Brown, thank you very much, right, to make it with a difference of time globally. And Tash Brown is an expert and strategic and operations management. And today she is going to talk on TrendMD endeavors to develop OA publishing. Tash Brown, please.
Thank you.
It's never too late.
Excellent. All right. So, good morning, everyone. It's nice to see everyone, and I apologize for my tardiness, as the time zone has been a constant issue. Today, I'd like to talk about how TrendMD endeavors to develop open access publishing, and I would like to share with everyone here today some insights, from TrendMD, what we've learned from TrendMD over the last year or so. So, how TrendMD help open access publishers? So first, as we might be aware as industry experts, a research by, Web of Science actually showed us that between the 1900s and 2015, over 21% of research papers went uncited. And for the literature as a whole, 30 million research papers across all disciplines were recorded for this research. And with the 21% which haven't been cited, what we did see is a lot of disciplinary differences. And so it may increase or decrease from year to year, depending on what is trending. So for example, if we take the pandemic into consideration, we would have seen an uptick in citation from SARS or COVID-related papers. However, other fields have seen a decline. Now, with the exponential increase in scholarly literature, with the exponential increase in uncited papers, we're seeing where this is now impeding the academic process and adoption of new ideas. And so on TrendMD side, one of our mission is to help open access publishers and also closed access publishers to counteract this effect. A study that it's a yearly study conducted by Simon and Inga. And the last result that came from July 2021 actually showed us that related articles are the most popular feature of a publisher's website. So related articles remain the dominant method for how readers, how researchers, how academics, and how audience on a whole discover new content, which takes me into what is TrendMD and what we do. So TrendMD is a content recommendation platform, and we're used by over 6,200 scholarly websites and by over 500 publishers. Now, we are a widget that our publishers install on their site, and I will showcase that in a minute. But at the core of it, once our widget is on a publisher site, which the widget is free, or journals or publishers, they're able to exchange traffic at no cost to them. And due to our network, we have an extended reach of over 5 million monthly clicks. What that is essentially are the number of readers, not only seeing our links, but those who are clicking and engaging with the recommendation that is shown in our network. And what you're looking at here is the TrendMD widget. There's a very high chance that we've all interacted with the TrendMD widget at some point or the other without knowing that it is the TrendMD widget. we are embedded in sites, and as we are considered, a native install, we match the look and feel of the site. So if the site is red, different fonts or widget typically just blends in with the font. So what you're looking at here is a TrendMD recommendation. And so this publisher installed the TrendMD widget, and we surface recommendation from all other partners in our network. And the recommendations, these are based on how readers discover new content. We focus on what they're currently reading. That is, they're reading something about mechanical engineering. We take that into consideration at that point. What we also take into consideration is what other users similar to this user have read. What's the pattern there? Maybe we see a pattern of users reading XYZ article. And third, we take into consideration what users have read in the past. So we are combining three sources of information: what the readers are currently reading, what the readers have read in the past, and what other readers similar to the current reader is reading. And this is the basis for how we generate our recommendation. Now, in a closer look, we see the TrendMD widget here. And this takes, as I mentioned previously, different forms on different sites. It may be right below the abstract. It may be at the bottom of the page. It may be the right-hand side or the left-hand side. And that takes me into a global distribution, which we're currently most dominant in the US. That accounts for over 48% of our network traffic. But as you can see, is that we have a quite significant global reach from the UK, Canada, France, Spain, Brazil, Singapore. In Asia, we do have a wide reach. Now, you might be asking yourself, how does TrendMD benefit publishers? Now, we benefit publishers in different ways. To grow their readership, as in, it may be a new journal, it may be a special issue, and our partners want to attract readers to their site. So they would install the TrendMD widget at no cost, and this would facilitate the exchange of readers between related journals, similar journal, and based on users' interest. We've also seen increasing citations where TrendMD, and I'll share the details of the study with you in a bit, where we actually have two peer reviewed publication of how TrendMD increase citations. TrendMD can help publishers to attract more authors, also to drive conversion and especially building brand awareness. TrendMD also helps our partners understand a lot more about reader engagement. We help you understand how many additional readers you're getting as a result of the TrendMD network. Which articles are your most dominant articles? What journals are your readers coming from? And especially in which other journal or publisher your content is trending. Because we believe this is key for publishers to understand their audience much better. As it relates to engagement, as you can see, pages per session. So during numerous case study with our partners and different experiments on Google Ads, we found that the average pages per session for TrendMD exceeds that of PubMed, Google Scholar, and even that of Twitter. When we realized this, then it became, more interesting to us to understand what can TrendMD do for publishers? How can TrendMD help publishers? And how can we empirically prove this? So couple of years back, we did a 12-month randomized control trial where we look at TrendMD, increasing citations, and impact factor. And what we found in that randomized control trial was that TrendMD promoted articles received 50% more citations than the control group. This was surprising to us. We were taken aback. They say if the results is too good to be true, maybe it's too good to be true. So 36 months following that study, we did a follow-up study. And the follow-up study, it did maintain, so TrendMD did indeed maintain the citation advantage. However, we did see a decrease from 50% closer to 28%, but this was expected because over time, the effect is still a positive effect, but we did see where at the 36 months mark, TrendMD increase in citation of articles promoted by the TrendMD network. We saw that there was a 28% increase. And a bit of insight into the experiment that was run. We had a campaign for 10 articles, and it was roughly 2 weeks. And we had the total budget of $1,500 US. And number of impressions was 5.6 million. The number of impression here refers to the number of times the content was loaded into the widget. And this campaign generated 1,600 clicks. And so we took this data, we look at the data, and then we saw the impact of TrendMD, not only with increasing citation, but also how it facilitates the discoverability of information, especially when the users are more receptive to such information. We also had recently, about 2, 3, 4 weeks ago, with Springer, a case study of how they utilize TrendMD to increase the readership of article. And what you're looking at here, and we were so grateful that the publishers are sharing this information with us, because what the information that we received is that Springer also had similar campaigns with Twitter, but the bounce rate from TrendMD was 9.25% compared to 67% from Twitter. And for those not familiar with bounce rate, I'm referring to the speed or the rate at which users leave.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, Tash. Can you please check your microphone once? I think Tash is facing some internet connection issue in connecting the Zoom meeting. Dr. Aslam, can you just wait for a minute for Tash? Maybe she's trying to reconnect.
All right, okay, thank you.
Utilizing this time, can all of the attendees put their cameras on so that I can take some pictures? Smile. A few more to go. Smile. As we have almost 5 to 6 screens to get screenshots, so just bear a few minutes with me. Smile. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Tash is also available.
All right, okay, that's fine.
Hello, Tash, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes, you can
Oh,
start
welcome
from
back.
where you left.
Welcome
Okay.
back, Tash Brown.
Thank you. I had a technical difficulty there. So I was summarizing in saying that there are different ways that TrendMD work with partners to help facilitate content this discovery, especially for open access publishers, likewise for closed access publishers. Our service is free of use, and we are also, happy to run other case studies with our partner and share other information. So I was basically at the end of my presentation. So I am open to any questions from the attendees here today.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Tash Brown. Any question from Tash Brown? But we have had a panel discussion which had a quite elaborate question and answer session for the speakers before you. So any specific question from Tash Brown, please? If not, it is my elated privilege. Thank you, all the speakers, the panelists, and audience, and last but not the least, the